Welcome back to EduTalks Podcast, the place where learning meets real-life inspiration. I'm Delilah, and today we have a very exciting topic that I think you're going to love. We're diving deep into something we've all wondered at some point. What makes billionaires think differently from us? Is it their morning routines, their focus, or the way they fight off distractions and addictions? And to help me explore this fascinating topic, I'm joined by James, a coach, speaker, and someone who has studied productivity and human behavior for years. Welcome, James.
Thank you so much, Delilah. I'm thrilled to be here. This topic is close to my heart because I've seen firsthand how small changes in our daily habits can completely transform the way our brain works, our energy, and even our level of success.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of our listeners sometimes feel like, okay, billionaires live on a totally different planet. Their brains must just be wired differently. But the truth is, they're human just like us. The difference often comes down to mindset, focus, and habits.
That's exactly right. Billionaires don't have superpowers, but they do have something special. They master their mornings, they protect their focus, and they know how to avoid the traps of modern addiction. And here's the good news. These are things anyone can start practicing today.
Let's start with the morning routine. James, I know you've studied the habits of people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Oprah Winfrey. What's so unique about their mornings?
Great question. Billionaires understand one powerful truth. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the rest of it. Instead of waking up and immediately checking their phone, they spend the morning building their mind, body, and focus. For example, Jeff Bezos is famous for his slow mornings. He doesn't schedule meetings before 10 a.m. because he believes that decision-making requires a fresh mind. Oprah begins her day with meditation and gratitude journaling. Elon Musk, even with his chaotic schedule, prioritizes a quick workout and a review of the most urgent tasks.
So the key isn't just wake up early. It's about how you use that early time, right?
Exactly. A billionaire morning routine usually has 3 parts. 1. Something for the mind, like journaling, meditation, or reading. 2. Something for the body, exercise, even if it's just stretching. 3. Something for clarity, reviewing priorities instead of drowning in emails.
Okay, but let's be honest. For many of us, the first thing we do is grab the phone and scroll social media.
Yes, and that's the problem. The moment you check your phone, you're letting the outside world hijack your brain. Billionaires flip that script. They start by training their brain before the world floods in.
I love that. So maybe instead of Instagram at 7 a.m., we try a 5-minute journal, or even just making our bed?
Exactly. And listeners, here's something powerful. If you win your morning, you're already halfway to winning your day.
Okay, James. So we've talked about mornings. Now let's dive into focus. Honestly, in today's world, focus feels like a superpower. Our phones, notifications, Netflix, TikTok, everything is fighting for our attention. How do billionaires manage to stay laser-focused when the rest of us feel so easily distracted?
That's such an important point, Delilah. Focus is rare today, and that's exactly why it's so valuable. Billionaires treat focus like gold. They know their brain has a limited amount of mental energy each day, so they guard it carefully. Here's one of their secrets. They use something called the single task principle. While most people juggle 5 things at once, billionaires cut through the noise. They pick the single most important task for the day and protect it like their life depends on it.
Wow, that's interesting. So it's not about doing more. It's about doing less but better.
Exactly. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." That's focus.
That's powerful. But let's make it real for our listeners. Imagine a student or a young professional listening right now. They can't just say no to everything, right? They have assignments, jobs, family, responsibilities. How can they practice billionaire-level focus in their daily lives?
Great question. The answer is deep work in small doses. Even if you can't spend 6 hours undisturbed, you can carve out one focused hour. During that time, turn off notifications, put your phone in another room, work on one single important thing. And here's the secret. Even one focused hour every day is enough to separate you from 90% of people who are constantly distracted.
So true. I know when I've done that, like just 1 hour of no phone, no interruptions. I feel like I've accomplished more than in 5 hours of multitasking.
Exactly. Focus compounds. Billionaires build empires not by doing a million things at once, but by going deep into what matters.
Let's shift gears a little. We've talked about routines and focus, but there's a darker side to this conversation too. Addiction. And I don't just mean drugs or alcohol. I'm talking about social media, video games, endless scrolling. Honestly, it feels like everyone's addicted to something.
You're absolutely right. Addiction today looks different than it did 30 years ago. Back then, it was about substances. Today, it's about dopamine, that little feel-good chemical in our brain. Social media companies, game designers, even food companies, they're all competing to give us little hits of dopamine, and the result is, well, addiction.
James, the title of today's episode is Billionaire's Brain versus Your Brain. And I think a lot of people listening right now might be thinking, okay, this all sounds amazing, but let's be honest, I'm not a billionaire. My life is stressful. I don't have assistance. I don't have luxury. How does this actually apply to me?
I love that question. And here's the truth. The human brain, whether it belongs to a billionaire or to you, works on the same biology. Same dopamine, same neurons, same need for rest and focus. The difference is habits. Billionaires don't have a different brain. They just train theirs differently. Think of it like fitness. Every human body can get stronger if we exercise. The billionaire brain is simply a brain that's been trained in discipline, focus, and intentional living. And guess what? So can yours.
That's so comforting. So instead of saying, oh, I'll never be like them, we can say, if I start with small steps today, I can train my brain too.
Exactly. Maybe you don't have billions of dollars, but you do have 24 hours in a day, just like them. And if you spend even 30 minutes of that time training your mind, body, and focus, you'll start seeing incredible changes.
Okay, James, let's make this super practical. For someone listening right now who wants to start, maybe they feel overwhelmed. Maybe they feel stuck. What's the first small step they can take tomorrow morning to begin this journey?
Great question. Here are 3 small but powerful steps anyone can take. 1. Morning mindset reset. Tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, spend 5 minutes writing down 3 things you're grateful for or 3 things you want to focus on. 2. 1 hour of deep work. Pick the most important thing of your day and spend 1 solid hour working on it without distractions. 3. Dopamine detox light. Choose one addictive habit, maybe endless scrolling, and cut it in half. Use that extra time for something meaningful.
That's so doable. And honestly, if you keep repeating those 3 steps every day, they'll probably grow into something bigger, right?
Absolutely. Small daily habits turn into long-term transformation. Billionaires didn't build their success overnight. They built it brick by brick, and you can do the same.
I just want to pause here and say something to our listeners. If you're hearing this and thinking, I've failed so many times. I've tried to be productive. I've tried to quit bad habits, but I always slip back. Please know this. You are not broken. You are human. Exactly. Every billionaire, every successful person, every leader, they've all struggled too. They've all had days where they felt weak, distracted, or unmotivated. The difference is they didn't stop. They kept coming back, trying again, and building slowly. And you can too. Yes, and remember, you don't need to live like a billionaire to think like one. You just need to take small, intentional steps every day.
And over time, those small steps rewire your brain. They build resilience, focus, and clarity. And that's when life starts to change.
James, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been such an inspiring conversation. I feel like I've learned so much myself.
Thank you, Delilah. It's been a pleasure. And to everyone listening, remember, your brain is more powerful than you think. Train it well, and it will take you further than you ever imagined.
To our listeners, thank you for tuning in to EduTalks Podcast. If you found today's conversation helpful, don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend, and join our growing community of learners. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep training your brain. This is Delilah, signing off from EduTalks. Take care, and see you soon.